stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Review channel of YouTube. I'm Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Review. Today, I went to the liquor store. This is December 7th, 2015, time of this review, and didn't even realize that the beer I have in my hand right now was an actual thing, because I don't really keep up with, nor did I really enjoy the unaged version of Arrogant Bastard. I know, I'm crazy. I don't really enjoy that beer all that much, but apparently back in April of 2015, Stone Brewing Company released Bourbon Barrel Aged Arrogant Bastard in 6-packs of 12-ounce bottles. This was a little over 17 bucks, so not really that economical, but it's something that looked very interesting when I saw it. Never seen it, never heard about it. And typically, I am a big fan of bourbon or any kind of barrel-aged beer. I think it does something very nice to a beer, and maybe this is going to be better to me than the original Arrogant Bastard. Here's the crazy cap with that crazy demon stone guy. It is on 8.1% alcohol by volume. This isn't really the first year they've come out with, Stone has come out with the Bourbon Barrel Aged Arrogant Bastard. I guess they had a bastard, or an arrogant, or a Arrogant Bastard box, a little sampler pack of different Arrogant Bastards. I think they had the Arrogant Bastard, the Double Bastard, an Oak Aged Bastard, and this Bourbon Barrel one. And now they're coming out with this Bourbon Barrel Aged in the 6-packs. It is got a born on date of August 22nd, 2015. It is considered an American strong ale, which is kind of loose. Even if you read the beer judging certification guidelines, it's a loose terminology of what that style really is. Beer Advocate says it's really anything over 7%, and just sort of a loose term for a bigger, bolder beer. So anything could really be, a malt liquor could be a American strong ale, really. Basically, the beer judging certification guidelines says, generally not as strong and rich as an American barley wine, more, I should say, malt balanced than an American or double IPA, with more American hop intensity than an English strong ale style would tolerate. So, that's about what I got in terms of an American strong ale. At least when I looked up the Bourbon Barrel Bastard, the Stone website said that the hops in the malt were classified. Not really sure why. I'm going to break this bottle cap, so I will save the next one I drink. I guess they use Kentucky bourbon barrels. Chris Stelz from Beer Geek Nation seemed to think they were Heaven Hill bourbon barrels. And he also seemed to think that this beer isn't 100% oak, or isn't 100% bourbon barrel aged, that they're blending an aged beer with a fairly fresh version. Can't confirm or deny that, other than Chris Stelz, Beer Geek Nation, saying that. So, got it in the pint shaker glass. It is dark ruby red with that khaki coffee colored head. Not a whole bunch of pop, pop, fizz, fizz on this one. Trying to look at it in the light. Actually, it does look fairly carbonated in the light over here. And I can't really tell that it's sediment rich. But so far it's looking inviting, just like a Arrogant Bastard would. So let's get a smell of the Bourbon Barrel Aged Bastard. It has those vanilla and coconut, toasted coconut, bourbon oaky notes. All bourbon in America, I believe, is supposed to be unused American white oak. The first time you are aging the bourbon, a new batch of bourbon. So yeah, I'm getting those toffee, caramel, vanilla, coconut, sweet notes. Smells like a good old bourbon aged beer. Let's give that a taste. Cheers, guys. Bourbon Barrel Bastard. Bourbon Barrel Bastard has that same distinct bastard flavor we all know about underneath the bourbon barrel flavoring. That Arrogant Bastard flavor is very sweet and kind of a medium to a full oily slickness. Big aggressive toffee notes, and there's a big hot bite. It's actually quite a bitter beer, bitter hopped beer. It's kind of got a grapefruit resinous sort of a quality there. And those big caramel sweet, bready toffee notes. A little bit of a molasses, sugary feel to it. And then you get that bourbon on top of all of that. Arrogant Bastard flavor is that nice bourbon barrel note of the vanilla, and definitely there's a coconut in, like a coconut that you get from the barrel aging process. It's just a very bitter, rich, intense, malty, hoppy kind of a brew with all those bourbon barrel notes mashed together. It's obviously going to leave some lacing, and I don't know what the legs kind of do on this beer. There are definitely legs on that beer. Woo! Again, mouthfeel is a little bit oily and slick. It has a slight resinous kind of a hoppy quality to it. No clue the IBUs. If I see it for the original Bastard, I will post it onto this video. I guess it kind of has a little bit of a slightly dark barley wine kind of a fruit flavor, but it's not quite as barley wine, dark fruit forward. Woody. Yeah, it's woody. Again, this would be on the low side of full, high, medium, I would say, for the mouthfeel on that. You know what? I'm not really hating on this beer as much as I do an original Arrogant Bastard. Maybe I need to pick up the original Arrogant Bastard to refresh my memory. I know I did it within this 2015 year on my YouTube channel, or somebody's YouTube channel. Or maybe I know I drank this beer with some buddies that I do beer reviewing with, and on the internet in the California area, one that I grew up with here in southern Mass, till he moved out to California. And I'm liking this more now. You can't even think about it as beer. It's an entirely different kind of a product and a beverage, but I feel like a bigger, bolder, sweeter, woodier, those toasted coconut notes, big caramel malts, big sweetness, and some pretty good hoppy, resinous, citrusy, kind of leathery, tobacco-y notes. All that sounds good to you. You'll like this bourbon barrel aged version of the Arrogant Bastard. I will at least give it I could probably give it a B+. I mean, again, it's a really, really, really well-made beer. I see nothing wrong with it being a bigger, stronger beer. It's just not my thing. It's just bold and aggressive and in your face. And sometimes good beer requires to be that. But I like a little more balance and a little less sweetness. But again, I'll give that a B+. It requires an 88 to 89, I think. I don't know if you're supposed to age it. I'm going to try that. This has been going on for 11 minutes, almost 12. I will sign off for now. Until next time, this has been Masters of Beer Reviews. Keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. See you soon.